Assalamu alaikum. We are inside the Rowdah at the Prophet's Mosque. We're very fortunate to be able to get in early at 3 a.m. and we're able to sit in the front on where it is. So it's called the green carpet, and it's called Riaz Ul Jannah. And again, I was very, very fortunate, alhamdulillah, that we were able to get front row here and be able to pray our nafil. So after this, then we're actually going to go and visit the Prophet's grave and send our salams. So the graves are actually behind these green grates back there. As you can see, just a lot of people here, even with the reservation. We're now leaving from the Riaz Ul Jannah. Again, we were very fortunate to be able to get in front line early in the morning. We booked everything through the Nusuk app. And we're now just heading out. As we were walking out, it's hard not to enjoy the amazing architecture of the old masjid, and also to see just how ornate the colors and vibrancy of the colors are in these domes. So all of these looks almost hand painted. And you can see how many different colors and how beautiful it actually is. And there's so many ayats that are transcribed there, in addition to very symmetrical shapes as part of the masjid. And this is actually quite different from the new part of the masjid, which I'll show you next. So it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and we were able to get our prayer in at the Riaz Ul Jannah, and we were able to send our salams to Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And so again, we were very fortunate to get a lot of time there to make dua and prayers for all of our family members. And now we are headed inside to the masjid just to walk around, and then we will come back here for Fajr in about 2 hours. So here we've entered into the newer part of the masjid, and as you can see, the color scheme is actually a little bit more different here. Very classic, very elegant looking design that's throughout the new part of the masjid. You don't see as vibrant of colors, though, as you saw in the old masjid. But as you can see, there's just so much symmetry in how this has been set up, and so much thought has been put into how everything has been designed. And if you can see, like, this masjid must hold millions of people. It just keeps going on and on and on. And you can see here at the bottom the Zamzam water containers. You can see the amount of marble and gold, and you see that beautiful chandelier up there and how intricate the ceilings are. This is actually the back side of Masjid al-Nabawi, and we are headed to our hotel, which is the Movenpick Hotel, towards the back of the mosque. And just some quick reflection on process of how this worked. Again, I came here almost 20 years ago, and getting into that area called Riaz Ul Jannah to pray was very, very difficult. It was chaotic, and people would just like jump over you and try to push people around even when you're praying. But this time it was very, very peaceful because everything was arranged through the app. And I think that makes a huge difference. And so again, getting a reservation was difficult, but the fact that we actually had it, they let us in right away. The other benefit was that I actually went with my son, and because they saw that he was very young, they told us to sit by the handicapped people. So there were people in wheelchairs that were able to get in, and they were able to get kind of the first row in, and anybody who had a kid, they also got them there too. Again, it was more of a safety thing because they know that for kids there could be still some pushing and shoving and that kind of thing, so they always like to put the kids up front along with anybody who has some sort of disability. So again, we're very fortunate that we were able to get that time in there. It was very, very peaceful, alhamdulillah. And again, I'm so glad that they actually built the system in the way that they did, and you know, the guards and everybody, they've got a lot of patience to explain a lot of these things to people who, you know, again, might not be so educated, may not have apps and that kind of thing. So I would say that we were very fortunate that we actually got a chance to go where we wanted to go, but again, it took a little bit of work in the app to get the reservation. The reservation, we ended up having to get it the Friday prior to us attending, and it was something like 3 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we had to get up, make sure that the reservation was open, and then book immediately, because those slots fill up really, really fast. So I would highly recommend, if you are making a trip down to Medina, that you do this, again, to be able to visit the Prophet's grave, and also to be able to pray on the area called the Riaz Ul Jannah, which basically is part of the old mosque, and also you actually get more sawab for praying there. So again, really, really grateful for this experience, and hopefully you'll find these tips useful. Thanks again.